Welcome to Staithes, North Yorkshire. Staithes is a picturesque historic fishing village tucked away between two bulky headlands on the North Yorkshire coast and within the North York Moors National Park. It has a small but sheltered harbour bounded by high cliffs with two long breakwaters. This historic village was once settled by Vikings who gave Staithes its name, which means landing place. Staithes is very popular with visitors, for good reason, whether for the stunning scenery, the fabulous walks, the rock pooling, the art scene, or of course the fossil hunting on the nicknamed Dinosaur Coast. Fishing and boat building, smuggling and piracy, jet, alum and ironstone all have played their part in the rich Staithes history. Take time to explore the haphazard alleyways winding their way through the old village, up to the soaring rugged cliffs and on to the Cleveland Way, which has excellent walks along the coast. Home to many generations of fisherfolk, by the turn of the 20th century, Staithes was one of the largest fishing ports on the east coast, with 80 full-time fishing boats putting out from Staithes. The fishermen's wives wore a traditional bonnet, padded on top so that they could carry the daily catch in baskets on top of their heads through the village. 100 years later, there are still a few part-time fishermen catching cod, lobster and crabs, many of which find their way immediately onto the menus of the local restaurants and cafes. Staithes and its neighbour Port Mulgrave are renowned for the Jurassic rock strata and are awash with ammonites. Visitors spend hours cracking open the shaly rocks on the shoreline in the hope of finding the perfect specimen. Captain James Cook is the most famous resident of Staithes. He worked as a grocer's assistant in 1745. After being given an apprenticeship in Whitby, he later joined the Navy and became one of the greatest explorers in history. There is no doubt that in Staithes, Cook felt the call of the sea. It changed the course of his life and made history. With its picturesque harbour, quaint cottages and dramatic scenery, Staithes has long been a magnet for artists. To celebrate this history, Staithes holds an annual festival of arts and heritage. In days gone by, Staithes has a dark history of smuggling. When the high taxes on luxury goods such as alcohol, tobacco and tea led many down an unlawful path to obtain them. Networks of underground tunnels and winding alleyways were used to transport the prohibited cargo away from the prying eyes of the customs officers. A more recent claim to fame is a children's TV programme called Old Jack's Boat, which is set in and filmed in Staithes, with Old Jack's house located at 4 Cowbar Bank. The series stars Bernard Cribbins as Old Jack, a retired fisherman who tells tall stories to his colourful friends from inside a fishing boat. After you've finished exploring Staithes and its surroundings, you will definitely have worked up an appetite. Fortunately, there are a good number of pubs, restaurants and cafes in the vicinity, many serving freshly caught seafood. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.